Hey guys and gals, Flip Man here. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some behind the scenes, real live numbers from one of my Airbnbs. And so I'm going to break it all out, and definitely if you have questions, send me a message. If you like it, send a like. But let's get right into it, guys. So today's topic is going to be fees and income on Airbnb. So I took one particular property and I broke out two examples that you guys could see with two different guests. And this property is in Chandler, Arizona. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,638 square foot home. Bought it brand new in 2005. And at that time, guys, was $150,000. So that was what, 17 years ago. Today it's worth over $500,000. It's in a great gated community here in Chandler, Arizona. So I wanted to go through each guest with you and give you the numbers of what they paid, how the payouts work, the delineation between the host payout and the guest payout. So let's get right into it. Guest one stayed at this particular property from January 6th through January 8th. And that's a minimum. So I only do, and I would recommend this, minimum 3-day stays. And there's a number of reasons why. We could go on into that later. But this guest happened to stay from the 6th, and then they checked out on the 8th. And the rates you can adjust. And the way I do the rates, just like hotels, the property will be slightly less during the weekdays and then more on the weekend, because there's more demand for properties when people are on holiday or traveling. They go on the weekends, so we increase the daily amount, usually about $40, $50, depending on the property and the time of the year. So this particular guest, again, they booked from January 6th through the 8th, so they booked 3 nights. And the set price for the nights was $196. So we just multiply 3 times 196. The total that was is $587. There's a cleaning fee that the guest also pays. Typically, it's anywhere from $150 to $250, depending on the nightly rate. So you could play around with that number too. Here's a little trick that I learned from my mentor. A good way to increase your profit margins is to, in the beginning, what I was doing is I was charging the cleaning fee of $150 and paying the cleaner $150, so I broke even. I learned that you could charge a little extra, add that $75, so I made an extra $25 on this cleaning fee. So all said and done, host payout was $739 those 3 days. And then we have a host service fee. So basically how the host service fee works, that's a big question we get all the time. Does Airbnb take all your money or take a big percentage of your money when they book guests for you? And the answer to that is no. They only take 3%, and they take it based out of the dollar number for the 3 days plus the cleaning fee. So $762 times 3%, that gives us $22.86. So that's a fee as a host that Airbnb automatically takes out from us. So all said and done, on this 3-day stay, after I paid the house cleaner, paid the host service fee, my net income was $589.14. I mean, that's great, isn't it? So you can see the velocity of money is amazing. So if you rent it out for, say, 20 days and you're netting $600, that's a great velocity of money there. So what the guest ended up paying, so on their end, these are guest fees. So they paid me a certain thing, but Airbnb charges the guest these fees. So they charge them a service fee of $107.58. And then they also charge them occupancy taxes of $77.11. So what the guest paid total was the $946.69, because Airbnb is collecting some more fees on their end. So it's a win-win. I mean, Airbnb really set this up well for themselves also as a business model, because not only are they getting a small percentage from me, but from the guest, they're getting, $107 for 3 nights plus these taxes. So they're making a lot of money on their spreads. So that's one example of the first guest. And then we have guest 2. They stayed from January 14th through the 16th. So what I did, because I was kind of in the beginning of this 2022 year, there's different apps where you could get the pricing, but I've been doing pretty well. I play around with the pricing, so I knew the demand was going to be going up. So what we did is, after that guest stayed, I believe I went in and changed your nightly price. So that's what I did. So for the same house, this guest paid $299 a night. That was a weekend night. They were at $259 a night because that was a weekday. So you can see I put a $40 difference in there because, like we talked about earlier in the video, since I had this at $299 a night, I changed the cleaning fee to $225. So before, if you look back, it was only $175. So now I'm making a little more money on the spread here. So we're getting $75 back to us. Not bad. You could take your spouse or significant other out for dinner or whatever with that $75. So there's all different kinds of ways that you could make extra income with your properties. Breaking this down, same as before, this one actually had a 10% discount. So you could set it up where there's non-refundable options, and then what happens is the guest gets it to pick what option. So since this was non-refundable, they got a discount of 10%. So three days stay was $85.70. So what that means, if they would have not been able to come, we would have still collected the money because they did sign up for the non-refundable option. And that's a choice that the guest can make on the app. So our payout on this one, same property, same number of days. This 3 days we netted $589.14. This one we netted $816. So that's another $220 approximately that we made in income by just increasing the nightly rates. That's something you always want to monitor. And like I said, there are systems out there that will help you. Airbnb, there's other ones that will help you determine the price. Or if you're very familiar and you want to do it yourself, you could do that also. So this guest in particular, they paid $1,237.78. Again, Airbnb collects with $140.65, which is great for them, and occupancy taxes of $183. And the only thing I am charged as a host, again, is that 3%, which is $29.89. Remember, they take it from your payout of $966.41 plus the $150, and they multiply that times 3%, and that's how they take out your $29.89. But not a bad way to go. In concluding, that is the behind the scenes at my Chandler bread and butter property. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1638 square feet. And I just wanted to share with you guys on how, as a host, you're gonna be getting paid. And the beauty of this too, it's not like the long-term leases where you get paid at the first of the month. With this, as soon as they stay, check in, the next morning, I get this amount in my account, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm not chasing money, I'm not going after it. So it just automatically EFTs right into your account. So again, if you have questions, definitely send them over. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.